Hello and welcome to the channel. It is becoming apparently clear the kind of government to expect from this new Tinubu-led All Progressives Congress APC if he assumes office on May 29. The level of attack and intimidation meted out on the Labour Party candidates in persons of Peter Obi and Doti Baba Ahmed has been, quite frankly, alarming. Is this tactic what to expect from President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. Peter Obi and treason. Political developments of last week have left many a Nigerian askance wondering about what might be the end game for this regime. The current party in government, the APC, is pushing its current agenda of state capture with the kind of brazenness and open defiance of public will never recorded before in Nigeria, not even during military dictatorship. It will seem to most history-minded people that this generation of Nigerian politicians and political actors learned nothing, therefore, from the past, specifically from the crisis that led to the 1966 coups and the devastating civil war from which Nigeria is actually yet to recover 53 years after the shooting phase of the war ended. Three developments are worth keeping our eyes on. One is the use of Gestapo tactics by the governing party and its candidates to intimidate their opponents. Bola Tinubu has not yet been sworn in as president, but the methods are already slowly coming to the fore, in the example of a now disproved false flag method. Alleged APC propagandists circulated a fake phone exchange which they claim took place between Mr. Peter Obi, the Labour Party presidential candidate currently in court to retrieve his mandate, and Bishop Oyedepo, in which Obi is said to have declared that his political fight was a religious war. The attempt of this fakery was clearly to falsely paint him as a religious bigot and turn a section of his current massive supporters against him. The second is the revelation by Mr. Peter Obi himself and his party that he has been threatened and asked to go into forced exile by agents of the government in a bid to deter him from further pursuit of his mandate in courts. This is a startling development. The third is the report last week of the current Minister of Information, Mr. Lai Mohammed's address to a section of the U.S. press in Washington, D.C., claiming that the elections in Nigeria were free and fair and were conducted under the law, and that Mr. Peter Obi and his vice presidential candidate were committing treason by opposing its outcome. This is quite startling, coming from a minister of government and a lawyer to boot, who ought to know the meaning of the word treason. Even so, barring the APC, most Nigerians believe that Mr. Peter Obi of the Labour Party won the presidential election. The 2023 elections were stolen. The truth is stark. The evidence is public. The man, Bola Tinubu, who was declared winner of the election of February 25th by a highly compromised electoral body, INEC, does not have the actual numbers allotted to him or the mandate of Nigerians, and neither does he, therefore, enjoy the support and adulation of Nigerians. He cannot walk the streets of Nigeria in the same way as Mr. Peter Obi and be hailed or acknowledged by ordinary Nigerians. That is clear evidence about where the hearts and minds of Nigerians reside. But Lai Mohammed, on behalf of this government and his party, went to Washington, D.C. to speak about what is shaping up to be a difficult problem for the current government, which literally supervised this electoral heist, a government with the lowest performance rating in the world, the least credible index of service to the Nigerian people, a government that has turned Nigeria into the poverty capital of the world, which has, in 8 years, broken the credibility of every institutional authority that made public government once respectable. It has a legitimacy problem, but it is forcing itself back to power. in spite of the massive mood of discontent in the land, by massively rigging the election in favor of the party's candidate, Bola Tinubu. Lai Mohammed did not say this to the U.S. press. Rather, he lied that INEC's conduct of the elections was above board and that Nigerians have accepted the outcome. Heck no, that is not true. Nigerians are boiling, and the spillover effect of the anger is what most lovers of Nigeria fear. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. If the Court of Justice fails to transparently conduct the tribunal to ascertain whether or not Bola Tinubu won the elections fair and square, there may be trouble. There may be massive civil disobedience. Let nobody be deceived. Nigerians may fight like hell to retrieve their mandates. That was the point made by Mr. Dati Baba Ahmed when he came on national television to declare fearlessly that it would amount to the death of democracy if Mr. Tinubu was sworn in as president on May 29, 2023, because it would signal that the constitution is dead. That might be right. It would call into question the legitimacy of the state. Dati Baba Ahmed is actually right. This declaration is what has rattled the APC and the government. The fact is that Nigerians are prepared to speak the more obvious truth and own that truth without fear. The fact is that the Labour Party has a massive following currently under the restraint of their party leadership, but who have enough passion, youth energy, and boots on the ground to mount a very consequential resistance. That is why they are now threatening Peter Obi and Dati Baba Ahmed with treason and forcing them to abandon their court challenge and go into exile. Treason is now so fluid in its meaning in Nigeria that the right to protest is no longer guaranteed. Free speech is now a deadly threat to the regime. To protest public injury is now treason. This is very clearly the rise of fascism, and Nigerians will confront it. They will have to kill us all on the streets and rule over only the graves. That is what it means. Lai Mohammed has threatened the Labour Party with treason for what its vice presidential candidate said. Never mind what the APC and its many politicians have said over the years, but it is the classic act of giving a dog a bad name in order to kill it. But this government now has a Peter Obi problem. As it will soon become clear, this dog is not about to be killed very easily. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.